Okay, so we will now go to the min-max theory. So I'll give a specific problem rather than giving the general theory. It will be probably more interesting and easier to understand. So we consider the space of immersions of the sphere into R3, and we take a generator of it. It's Z times Z2, the group, and we define this width beta gamma, which is the infimum for all functions from 0, 1 to space of immersions, which realize its class of the supremum for all time t of W of phi t. Conjecture of Kussner, W gamma is 16 pi. So where does it come from? So it's called the min-max sphere version because this problem, in fact, is equivalent as looking at the minimum of the Wilmore energy for a sphere version. What is a sphere version? It's a path of immersions which goes from the sphere of one orientation to the sphere of the other orientation. So we can see a picture here. And so you paint a sphere blue outside and red inside, and you have a path like this of immersions. And it exists because this path of immersions is, the space of immersions of the sphere into R3 is path connected by the Workhorse-Smale. And those two problems are the same because such a path followed by a mirror image gives the generator of the fundamental group. So now, by the result of Max and Benchoff, every sphere version has a credible point. And the Liao inequality, which is an improvement of the Wilmore inequality, shows that in this case the energy is at least 16 pi, because the Liao shows that the Wilmore energy is at least 4 pi times the multiplicity of any point. In particular, if the Wilmore energy is strictly less than 8 pi, the surface would be embedded. And the equality follows, not follows, but it's expected because there exists a Wilmore surface of energy 16 pi that was constructed by Bryant. And why should we consider this problem? We saw previously that basically the Wilmore energy was the only quantity that permits to measure some kind of distance from the standard sphere to another sphere. So it measures the complexity of this sphere version. To speak about, first, it's interesting to see that this problem was numerically verified with Rakos evolver. And now we can introduce some technical framework. So it's very natural in analysis to look at the space of minimal regularity for which you can define some functional. And for the Wilmore energy, it's the space of so-called weak immersions, weak Lipschitzian immersions, which are W2 immersions whose conformal factor will not be degenerate. Then we would like to use the standard Palais theory to construct a Wilmore sphere that will realize our min-max value. But we have two issues. First, the space is not a Banach manifold because you fail to have the Sobolev embedding into C1, and W does not satisfy the Palais condition. So you cannot apply this theory. But the idea is to say, well, we can't apply with W, but then let's make an approximation of W and make this approximation go to 0. And then maybe we'll make it work. So it's this idea of making a perturbation of W sigma, or sigma is a small positive parameter. In this case, it's a bit complicated, but basically you just add some higher order term. So this time it will not be about W2 immersions, but W24. There's another term called the Alvarez-Polyakov energy, but maybe we don't need to explain in details what it is. It's not very important. It was introduced by Tristan Rivière in a variety of settings, for example, also for minimal surfaces. And he showed that by taking this parameter sigma going to 0, that this min-max value was attained by branched Wilmore spheres. So they won't be smooth. They might have been branch points where the conformal factor will go to 0. And this expression seems a bit strange, but why are there two sets of immersions? because in the min-max, you might have some non-compact surfaces. And here we only wrote compact ones. And then if we invert them, there's a multiple of 4 pi that will come out. And I showed that the Morse index of the sum of those surfaces was less than 1. It's a more general theorem. Now we'll go to the Bryant theory, because it will be necessary in the last part. We'll be discussing about the Morse index. It's a quite interesting result of Bryant, who showed that in the case of the sphere, all Willmore surfaces were in fact conformally minimal. So his theorem is more general. He showed that to any Willmore surface, you can associate some holomorphic Kartic form, so of degree 4. And if this form vanishes identically, then phi is conformally minimal in R3. So he wrote it for surface into S3, but it's the same by conformal invariance. And so when sigma is S2 by Riemann-Roch, we deduce that this Q must vanish. And furthermore, by a standard theorem of probably Osserman already, by Osserman, the multiple, this Willmore energy will be multiple of 4 pi, integer multiple, because it will just be the total curvature of your dual minimal surface, which is 4 pi times the degree of the Gauss map in R3. And with Tristan and Villard, we found an expression of this Kartic form. And it's quite interesting because if you look at the case h equals 0, you get 1/4 times h0 times h0, where h0 is this Weingarten quadratic form, which is for minimal surface, for example, h0 is just it's just sometimes what is called the Hopf differential. And it's exactly the Kartic form that is used by Calabi to classify the minimal spheres into spheres. And we remember that in the theorem of Rivière, he considered branched immersions. So we'll have to figure out the Morse index of branched Willmore spheres. So we want to extend this theorem to branched immersions because in general, the Willmore index for is a very hard problem because the first order functional. But if it's conformally minimal, then we'll show that there's hope to compute things. So the first generalization by Lam and Nguyen, we showed that this Kartic form, if you have a branch point, it may have powers of order at most 2. And so by Riemann-Roch, if you have less than 3 such branch points, this Kartic form will vanish for the case of a sphere, of course. And so phi will be conformally minimal. I need to introduce a classical result of Rivière. So if you remember the Willmore equation, it was something like Laplacian of h plus 2h times h squared minus k equals 0. So we have an h cube. But in fact, a priori, the surface is just W22, so h is in L2, not in L3. But there's a weak equation for Willmore that I can write in the following form. The condition is that some one form will be closed. This Newtonian part of alpha, and it can be rewritten as an elliptic equation of the form delta H plus some lower order terms. And we can define more residues, in fact, due to the conformal invariance, and it's a phenomenon that is due to the Noether theorem, as it was shown by Bernard in 2016. So because it's conformal invariance, so you will have more conserved quantities. So those forms are gamma 1 related to the invariance under rotations, and gamma 2 for dilations, and the last one gamma 3 for inversions. And I showed with Tristan and Villard that there was a simple rule for the transformation of those residues. So the first will be transformed into the last one. the one for rotations won't change, and the scalar one will change of sign. In particular, if you have minimal surface, the first residue will be the flux of your dual minimal surface, and it will be used later. Yes, they have applications to the compactness of Willmore immersions. You can see the work of Laurent Rivière about it. And so we have two results with Tristan Rivière. So the first one is a local criterion. We showed that if either the first residue vanishes or the second residue is a bit better than it can be, then this chaotic form is actually holomorphic. Because you have a branch point, the mean curvature H will have a singularity, a meromorphic singularity of order at most theta minus 1 if the branch point is of order theta 0. And if it's a bit better than this, then you have no poles. And the second result is a global one, which for the case of variational branch Willmore spheres, we say they are variational if there are weak limits or bubbles of a sequence of Willmore immersions. Then the balanced result will also apply. And finally, I will give a few words about the case of S4. And so we can introduce more forms like this. So it's already in a paper of Montiel, but except for the form of degree 3, I mean, we found the new expressions of those forms. And we see for the case of the one of degree 4, the Cartic form is the same as the one of Bryant. And the one of degree 8 or octic form is a bit more complicated. But I'd like to attract your attention on the fact that there's what I call a null structure. I mean, it's clear on the Cartic form because it's you have these two quantities will vanish. Like if you take some function holomorphic times of multiplied by an anti-holomorphic function, f1, f2 conjugate, and you plug into this first term of the Cartic form here, then you get 0. And here we have a similar cancellation. We see if we add the positive and the negative terms, we get 1 minus 1. The same here. So it suggests that there's a reason so that the poles will be removable under some conditions. And in fact, the previous analysis will show that that if either one of the two criterion holds, then the surface is conformally minimal. It's more complicated in the case of R3, R4 because you will be either conformally minimal or the image of a singular algebraic curves by this Penrose three-stop fibration, which will go from P3 to S4. An easy consequence is that if you have a lot of compactness for the case of immersions, in the case of either R3 or R4 in a surface which is a sphere, then it's a multiple of 4 pi because Willmore energy of things that are conformally minimal or images of algebraic curves is a multiple of 4 pi. And I'd like to mention a work of Mark on the second residue, which is of interest here, because we'd like to extend the criterion of, the theorem of Bryant for any branched immersions, or at least a wider class. And he showed that there's an example where a bubble will not satisfy the criterion, but the main surface will satisfy it. And in fact, he showed that it was a general phenomenon. In the case of if you have a sequence of immersions, and then there will be a bubble, but the bubble will be actually a minimal surface. Then the second residue for the macroscopic surface would be better than expected. Last part will be on Willmore index of Willmore surfaces.